everyone, welcome back to another episode of Kid Talks plus Mom Thoughts, a family chat with Alex and Maurice.
We hope you're having an amazing weekend.
And today we're talking about something very special, yellow, tiny, silly, and some things that are huge, strange, and a little bit scary. Well, not that scary.
It's Minions
Versus monsters.
The silliest creatures in the world face the biggest adventure yet. But who will come out on the top? That's what we are gonna find out today.
Let the family chat begin. Here's a little summary of what the movie is about. Minions vs. Monsters is set in 1920s Hollywood. A tribe of mischievous yellow minions crash a film set and become huge stars until talking movies arrive. And they can't follow scripts because they speak minionness. Three friends, James, Ed, and Henry, decide to make their own monster movie. They use a magic spell book to summon a friendly creature to help, but accidentally unleash a big group of monsters. Now the minions must work together to save the world and find out what they're truly meant to do.
So, it's about making movies and making big mistakes.
Exactly, and learning how to fix them. Great summary, Maurice. Thank you very much. So before we go deeper, guys, what did you think when you first heard the title, Minions versus Monsters?
I thought it was one of those movies that you think you already know it's going to be a great movie as soon as you hear the title.
Wow, that's interesting. What about you, Alex?
I thought that the movie was going to be like about monsters taking over the world.
In all honesty, I do agree with Alexander because when it comes to Minions, we know once we hear Minions, they're going to get into trouble. We know that for a fact because it has happened in several movies. Don't you guys think?
Yeah.
They always get themselves in trouble. And when I hear monsters, I was like, oh my God, they unleashed the monsters. So that means now they're going to be conquering the world and all these things. So I do agree with Alex.
Were you expecting it to be funny or more like an adventure?
I would say yes, a little bit, because every Minions movie is funny and they always go on an adventure.
100%. It is funny, but at the same time, they go through adventures. So I do agree with you as well, Maurice. Like, they go hand to hand, I believe. What about you, Alex? Do you have a different opinion or do you agree with us?
I agree with you guys because in several movies is like that. Okay, most important question first. What made you laugh the most?
That's easy. My favorite funny part was probably had to be when the Cyclops stepped on the Minions artwork.
Talking about that, did you see when he was creating artwork, the shape of it, because he was putting the artwork on a stone, the shape of the stone, it was
Lego.
Like, yeah, it was so cool, wasn't it? Like, it was well thought. Yeah.
Mine was definitely when the Cyclops fell into spikes.
Mine was the same, but when he was all injured and he was like with all bandages and stuff, and his hand was like pointing like just go, and it was so funny. Like, he was really, really hilarious, and that happened at the beginning of the movie, wasn't it? Like, I think so. That was the first funny thing.
Yeah, that was the first one.
Yeah.
Who was actually funnier, the Minions or the monsters?
The monsters, because the green octopus monster was shouting and he made a noise and the shark and the squirrel was going away.
It was no squirrel, it was like a seal, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a seal. Mine probably might be when I don't know what it is, but like the tiny green monster, when he was saying the minion's name, and after his like little tails came out from his nose, I think connected to his nose. I even know.
Yeah, it was. I think it depends. For me, it depends because there were some areas where the minions were being super funny when they were chasing those actors, thinking that they were villains. The cowboys and everything. I think it was funny. When the minions saw that man that ended up being an actor, they were thinking that, oh, this is a villain, we're gonna help him, and the guy was actually scared. So the minions were actually funny on that scene. But on the other hand, when they wanted to bring monsters to life and the green octopus came up, they were expecting a massive monster, and it was just this tiny little fluffy like it was the nose was looking so horrible. And everybody was like, what's going on? But the little octopus was so funny afterwards, as you said, Alexander, when they were being chased by the shark, and then he made this weird monstrous noise. So I think, for me, in my opinion, it depends on what part of the movie, but mostly the minions were like the funniest ones.
Time to pick your side. Who are you cheering for?
The monsters. Because the monsters were like funny. Remember the blue one?
The blue one?
The blue shark one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was laughing and doing the wink wink.
I don't remember
remember when the little green monster, the small one, was winking at him?
Yeah.
And after he went at this wink wink.
Okay. Okay. What about you, Maurice?
Lead team Minions, because the Minions were so funny when they were talking at night, and after the boss was just shouting them all the time.
Yeah, that's funny. And I found myself cheering for the Minions because, when they brought to life this slimy, horrible, that looks like lava, but it was so, I don't know, weird, orangey, and then with lots of eyes.
Like jelly.
Yeah.
Like jelly, but it was like disgusting.
Yeah, it was disgusting. So when that came up to the wall, and they were trying to destroy everything, and what was the name of the two friends? Is it Henry
and Ed.
Yeah, Henry, Ed, and there was one. There were three.
James.
Oh, that's good, Alex. So yeah, when they were helping each other, I think who went inside that disgusting monster? Was it James?
Yeah, it was James. He was trying to free Henry.
So James was freeing Henry?
Yep.
Okay, so when they were trying to help each other, I was just going like, yes, come on, help each other, save your friend. Because I feel like that's so cute, like you're trying to go and save your friend. And even though maybe they were feeling quite scared of like what was going to be inside the monster. And once you get it to see that part inside the monster, it was all jelly. And then he was like driving this car. And he turned on the lights on so he could see inside the monster. And for me, I was like, come on, go and find your friend. So I was cheering up, of course, the Minions.
And then he appeared.
Yes. And they were inside the car. Do you guys notice that? They were inside the car.
Yeah.
Once the other friend appeared, both of them were inside the car. Which I wonder, how did his friend get inside the car? Because if they open the car, some jelly stuff is going to come inside the car, isn't it? Don't you think?
Oh, yeah. They went inside it.
That's what I'm saying. But if you open the car, like the door.
No, I mean like Henry wasn't inside it. He was on top of the car.
Ah, okay. I saw him inside.
He was on top of the glass car. Remember the glass bit?
Yeah. Ah, okay.
Which minion was your favorite, and were the monsters actually scary?
Mine was James, and I would say the monsters weren't scary because they didn't really do anything really that scary.
That's a really good point, Maurice. Sometimes things that look scary actually just different. And in this case, the monsters were not scary. In fact, some of them were funny. but they were different. And for me, the minion that was my favorite, I think Henry is the one that painted, right?
He wasn't painting, he was drawing.
Well,
I think it was James.
Yeah, it was James.
So I love James because, I love drawing and anything that has to do with art. So I was like so happy to see that, that he was drawing and painting and being so creative and being so funny at the same time. So he was my favorite minion. What about you, Alex?
I think my favorite minion is James because he never gave up and he was like trying to do like a better scene, so everyone was watching the scene and they liked it, and he won the banana award.
With the banana award. That was really funny as well.
Wait, can I actually please change mine?
Yeah.
Mine was the one that did sign language. What was his name?
Ed.
Because he recorded everything.
Yeah, he was so smart in doing so. And the fact that he was doing sign language and still was helping the friends to finish the film. And you know what I like as well? Like the three of them as friends, they were like amazing. They were helping each other. They were encouraging each other. They were different from the other minions. The other minions were looking to find a new villain to follow. And they didn't want to find a new villain to follow. They wanted to follow their own dreams. And the three of them were encouraged, each other to push to that dream to come true. So that was amazing. Don't you guys think?
Yep.
Yep.
Now, let's think about something deeper, guys. What do you think this movie is trying to teach us?
That we should never give up.
Awesome.
And also, we should never listen to what people are saying bad about us. Because those two men were saying that you'll never achieve your dreams.
The big man, isn't it?
Yeah.
It wasn't the other one.
No, what was his name? Max, the director, the tiny director with the mustache. That one encouraged James to follow his dreams.
There was another one. Do you know the big one?
Yeah.
And there was two of them.
Yeah.
One was like trying to be rude, but in a good way.
Yeah. But still, like we always say, if you don't have anything nice to say, I mean, why say it? What about you, Maurice?
I think it's telling us that monsters are not really real, and if someone convinces you, like, we're gonna do something with you, or do that, don't listen to them at all. Take advice from your parents, grandparents, or anything.
Yeah. I think you're both right, guys, and as we always say, some movies have such a wonderful message for everyone, don't you think?
Yep.
And in my opinion, so there were different things, I think, they were trying to teach you. So one of them, the minions, all of them look the same in terms of like being yellow and wearing the same clothing and stuff, right?
Yep.
However, some of them, they could be, the only difference might be the height. Some of them are, taller than the other ones, right? And even though they look the same and they speak the same language and they don't follow the same dreams. So, the three of them, they wanted to be different. They wanted to be more artistic. They wanted to, James wanted to win the, what is it called, guys?
The banana thing.
Thank you. He wanted to win the banana award for the movie. So it teaches us, no, because, like, for example, we are living in the same household, we might be different, we might be, looking alike and everything, but we have different likes. Not everybody wants to follow the same path. You, Maurice, you love, Pokemon cards, you love football, you have different interests. Alexander loves basketball, he loves game. So even though you two are brothers, and sometimes people confuse you for being twins, that doesn't mean that you have the same likes and the same dislikes. Both of you are different, and that's okay. It's okay to be different. It's okay to follow your own dreams. It's okay to do those things, And then the other thing that I think is teaching us is, if you have a dream, James had a dream. And the doors were closing. Nobody wanted to help him. The only person that actually helped him a little bit, it was Max, which he was the director, and gave him as a gift. I almost cried on that scene. As a gift, he gave him, what was that, like a camera? Yeah, isn't it?
Yeah, like an old camera.
Yeah. To film the movie. And he said, I even said, I believe in you. So I think the message that he's teaching us is, maybe you want to be a footballer, maybe you want to be a basketballer, right?
Yeah.
Let's say that they close the doors. You keep knocking on the door. Because one of the things I learned from my parents is, if you knock on a door and they say no, that means that you haven't spoken to the right person. And you keep knocking on the door, on the same door, until a different person comes and they give you the opportunity. Not because somebody says no to you, you're gonna stop following your dreams. As soon as you're doing it the right thing, everything is gonna work out. So I think that's another message that I got from the movie.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how small you are, you can still do big things.
And being different is actually what makes you special.
Correct.
Okay. Time to be 100% honest. No holding back.
No holding back, guys.
What was the best thing about this movie?
My absolute favorite part was that James didn't give up, and that Ed continued filming.
Mine was when I saw the blue monster, because he was so funny. Because the way he was doing wink wink.
And I absolutely loved the end of the movie because they ended up, as you say, Alex, Ed ended up filming the whole situation, this whole chaos, and they ended up doing the movie, and James became really successful as a director. So for me, seeing his face once he got the Banana Award for his movie and see how happy he was, the excitement in his face, it just, for me, it was like, so it touched me, it was so incredible. Now, guys, is there anything that could have been better? Be honest.
I think it was maybe they could have made the monsters a little bit scarier.
Okay. What about you? What do you think, Alex?
I think that I wanted the movie to be longer.
How long was the movie, though?
Like
1
1
hour
hour
and
and 25 minutes, I think.
25, 26. But the thing is, because it's a movie that is for younger children, they cannot make it longer. Otherwise, the children are going to get, like... sleepy, or they're going to get tired of it. So they have to make it like I don't know, even 1 hour and 26 minutes. I don't know if like a younger, like 6-year-old child will sit down and just pay attention to the movie. But I understand what you're saying, because you were enjoying it. That's the reason why.
Is it because if you're really young, you might have like a kind of bedtime, and when the movie finishes, your bedtime is already finished because you're really young, so you have like really good, like really sleep, and after your parents say it was good, and then after you might be left over because you're still sleeping and they didn't realize.
Not really, Teddy. So when you guys were younger, when children are like younger as 5, I would say 6 and under, the attention span is really short. So they might get once the movie starts, it will be you're sitting and paying attention. But let's say after 30 minutes, the attention span is just gone and they want to do something else. So I think that's the reason why they don't make it longer. But I do understand why Alexander is saying that, because you really enjoyed it and you want to see more, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair points. I also thought they could have added, as you say, more monsters. It would have been funnier if they have added more monsters as well. Do you think?
Yeah. Because it was only like four months.
Also, I don't understand how they were split up. Because the James, Ed, and Henry were split up to the other ones. The other minions.
Because remember what we spoke about, that the other minions wanted to find a villain to follow.
They
but
found
Henry, James, and Ed wanted to follow their dreams, which it was different from the other minions. That's why they were split up. But at the end of the movie, they ended up coming together to, celebrate James because he won the Banana Award.
It's actually a little funny.
Yeah.
And now the moment we've all been waiting for.
Our ratings out of 10.
Here we go.
I'm giving Minions vs. Monsters 10 out of 10 because the movie was illustrated well, the movie was directed well, and I liked the monsters and the minions.
And I'm giving it a 10 out of 10 because it was thought well, made well, and the characters were nicely drawn.
And I'm giving it, I will say 9 out of 10. And the only reason why it is because they needed more monsters. That's all.
True.
That's all. Only because of that. But the script of the movie was amazing. It was super fun. It actually makes sense. It teaches a lot of things. And I just love the minions. And they did a good job. Well done.
So, would you recommend it to your friends?
Definitely, because people would love this movie and they will see how the characters are nice and good, but they will make one complaint. There's not too many monsters.
Yeah, that's true. In my opinion, I will do recommend it to my friends because it's especially to my friends that have children, because I think this is a good family movie. And when you watch it, when we were watching it all together, we all were having fun. We were all enjoying it. Just time flew, so it was absolutely amazing. It's 100%. I'd recommend it to my friends and to everybody that is listening to this podcast. What about you, Alex?
I will recommend it to our friends because the movie is like textured good, and I like the part when the minions were like working with each other and helping each other and saving.
Amazing, guys. So the movie is called Minions vs. Monsters. So somebody has to win, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who was the real winner?
I think the winner was the minions and the monsters, because at the end it was all a show. So the monsters were in the show. The minion made the monster.
Yeah.
And so I think the real winner is minions and monsters.
I think the monsters, because the monsters were really like textured and stuff, and when they were recording, the monsters were like dramatically like saying the world is over and stuff.
Like shouting stuff.
Yeah.
You know what, guys? I think the real winners were minions and monsters.
Mm-hmm.
Because if they didn't work together, the movie wouldn't have been a success. So what it helped, it was the fact that they worked together, and yeah, it was just so amazing. But it's nice to hear different opinions, isn't it? It's nice to hear what you thought, Maurice. It's nice to hear what you think, Alex. It's nice to hear what I'm saying as well. And okay, guys, that's the best kind of ending. So with that, we have reached the end of another wonderful episode.
Today we talked about minions.
And monsters.
We laughed at the funniest moments.
Picked our teams.
Shared what we learned.
And give our honest scores.
Now it's your turn.
Are you Team Minions or Team Monsters?
And what score would you give it out of 10?
Let us know your answers from wherever you listen to this podcast. And don't forget to subscribe and share this with a friend. We would really appreciate your support. Thank you for being with us on another episode. And with that,
See you on the flip side!